Remember the needs to turn on the lights, which helps to know what I'm going to do. Now they put a name on me. What's your name, baby?
Joe's mom gave him $40 for cutting the grass. He used the money to buy a $2.75 game and two snacks that cost $3.25 each. Joe also bought a bouquet of flowers for his mom. If Joe went home with 1/4 of the money his mom gave him, how much did the flowers cost? I got $12.75.
Talk to her. What happened? This was a multi-step problem. A lot of people.
Because at first he started out with $40, but then he went to buy again, which means you have to subtract. And $40 minus $10.75 is $29.25.
Good job.
And then he bought two snacks that cost $3.25 each. And $3.25 times 2 is $6.50. And then you subtract that from $29.25 to get $22.75. And then it says he bought a bouquet of flowers, but it doesn't tell you how much it costs. And it says if he went home with 1/4 of the money, which is 1/4 is $10. So you subtract $10 from $22.75 to get $12.75.
Go back to your chair and in the process, don't touch his desk or his desk. So we should know by now, after they start reading, I don't need no ticket. After she don't put work on the board, I don't need no ticket. Good job, okay?
And then I added all back up and got $40.
Stay up there. Change pink color number 2.
Aiden and his two friends, I don't think I did that right, but Aiden and his two friends ordered a pizza with 12 slices. Together they ate 2/3 of the pizza. If they evenly divided what was left, how many slices would each of them receive? At first I started and I did 12 slices.
Step all the way to the side so they can see your work over there in the corner. Thank you.
I started with 12 slices and then 2/3 of that pizza would be 8 slices. And I subtracted to get the remainder of 4. And then I multiplied that times 1/3 because it would be technically it would be 4 divided by 3. So I changed it to 4 times 1/3 because it said Aiden and his two friends, which is 3 people. And then they gave me 4/3.
Cause I'm not done. Good job, thank you, ma'am, that is correct. So we had 12 pieces, we ate 8 pieces, so 12 minus 8 gave me 4 pieces left, and they split it between Aiden and his 3 friends. Aiden and his 2 friends, so they made 3 people, 4 divided by 3, 4 and a third. It's all the leave as in a proper fraction. Questions on it? Draw a squiggly line on your bed work, your name and date should be on your paper, correct? Draw a squiggly line on, leave a waste of paper, we just had the notes and stuff right below it. Give you 5 minutes to get our vocabulary for today. Let's see if this one over everybody do. Is it any others? I got you. All right, my friends. Start reading the equation. That means everybody, not just one person, let's go. Equations. So what's the main thing to know or remember? You gotta have an equal sign, so if it does not have an equal sign, it is not an equation. Number two. So that's what the solution tells us, that that equation will be true when that number is put into it. Coefficient. Matter of fact, of a term that contains a variable. Somebody give me an example. Coefficient.
Like 7, 8.
Is all over the coefficient? What's the coefficient?
X.
Now, if they said the numerical factor with a variable, you sure X is the coefficient?
Because X will be there.
Yes, we don't need the variable, so the coefficient will be the number with the variable. So what's the coefficient? The number right there beside the variable. It don't have an operation sign, but what operation is it?
Multiplication.
Why multiplying?
Because
Yeah, some of y'all need to put that on your paper. A number with a variable means to multiply. Anytime it's a coefficient, they have multiplied. Factor comes from multiplying. That's why it's important to know vocabulary. So coefficient is a number that's with the what?
that was after the variable.
Let's say that again. Coefficient is a number that's. The more I say it, the more it starts to what? Yeah, if I ain't trying to get it to click, it ain't gonna never click. All right, keep going. Additive inverse. Jeremy, give me an example. Tariq, give me an example. Kyle Walker, give me an example. Princeton, give me an example. Denise, give me an example. Deada, give me an example. Chloe, give me an example. Kayla, give me an example. Ariana, give me an example. Pink Cecile, give me an example. Thank you, sir. Two opposites. One positive and one is what? 12 people. We're on the opposites. And I know we've been on this since school started. Have I not been constant? That's been your vocabulary word. I know for the past 3 weeks. Opposites and additive inverse. You gotta let it stick. They the inverse of each other. They're gonna always add up and give us what?
0.
What's gonna always add up and give us 0? All right, multiplicative inverse. A number is defined as a number which is multiplied by the original number, gives us a product of 1. Carter, what do I need to multiply that by to get a product of 1? Xavier, what do I need to multiply that by to get a product of 1? The man, what I need to multiply that by to get a product of 1? Anybody, what do I need to multiply that by to get a product of 1? So 3/4 times 3/4 gonna give me 1? 3/4 times 1/4 gonna give me 1? I get 1 when my numerator and my denominator is the same what? It's the same what? So if I already got 3 up top and a 4 on the bottom, I need to multiply by the reciprocal. What's 3 times 4? 12 over 12? So the multiplicative inverse, multiply by the reciprocal to get 1. That's not something you knew. Definitely put that example on your paper. That's the point of going through and giving an example. That's why I asked you to give me an example, because if you can't tell me, that's already telling me you already tell yourself up prepare you outside. Because if I don't know it, and I ain't asked no question about how y'all know that. Questions on it? All right, keeping it moving. Whatever you ain't got, get it from a friend in the future. All right, 2 things we're gonna be looking at today. We're gonna be writing equations and solving equations. Looking up top on writing. What's the first thing it tells us? Keywords. Keywords are important. Keywords are gonna tell you if you add, subtract, and multiply, or divide. What's next? Stop right there. Stop right there. Everybody can see my board? Yeah. I can see where I'm at, so clear. All of you should be able to see my board. Number 2, let's go. All right, so it told us to pay attention to keywords. Then it told us if I see per in each, we're gonna use it to do what? Good job, we multiplying. All you doing is repeating after me. Notice every question I ask you is either on that board or in your notes somewhere. I ain't asking you to think about it, it's there. All right, the third one, read. So if it's a 2-step equation, how many steps I need? 2. If it's a 1-step, how many steps I need? 1. If it's 3 steps, how many steps I need? 3. Make sure we can clearly see the 2 steps or however many steps that we need. Solving, you definitely need these in your notes. I'm gonna circle just the pieces that you need. So at the bottom, the 3 things that circle. Solve the 2-step equation. It gave us our first step and it gives you our second step. I give you 2 minutes. First step, what does it tell us to do? What's a constant? What is it?
No, that's what you.
Yeah, that's what you
The number besides there.
is the end.
The number that don't got a variance.
That's it. So everybody about need that in your paper, a constant is by itself, a number by itself. The coefficient we just said is the number that's with the what? Girl. Y'all can't get mad, we y'all ain't trying to get the six. The more I say it, the more it starts to six, so the constant is the number that's. And the coefficient is the number that's. Yes. So we only got 2 steps, what's the first step? And subtract the constant, that's the number that is. By itself. So I ain't looking at nothing else without looking at first that was. The number by itself, that's the first thing I'm looking at. Whatever number is by itself. What's the second step? What's by and that's the number there. How many steps do we have? 2. What's the first step? Second step? Think we can remember that?
Yes.
We give you an example. Read.
He's still in the box that way 3 times. The total weight of the box will be 10 pounds. How many pounds the market should be box?
Keywords and information. Each way 3-4 pounds. Box weigh 3 pounds. Total weight on the box, which is what?
12 pounds.
Anything else up there that's important? All right, so I heard each way 3-4. I see each. What does each tell me? So I know 3/4 is gonna be mine. That's with the what? I thought we said that. So on your paper, if you need to circle it to remind you how I see each, this gonna be with the variable. Put it on there. We said weigh 3 pounds already. That's important. Somebody said the total weight was 12. We know it's gonna be an equation, so I'm gonna go ahead and put my equal sign. I like to draw a line through my equal sign, so we gotta do things on both sides. That line help me keep up to know, hey, I did it on that side, and hey, I did it on the other side. Okay, so to help set us up, what might be the first thing to identify and set up that equation? I ain't doing none with 12, because they told 12 is my total, so I ain't doing nothing to my balance. We ain't turning nothing into nothing. We ain't, did they say 3/4 times 3? That ain't what it said. It told me I got a box. My box by itself weighed 3 pounds, and I'm gonna put some candles in that box. And then overall, my box is gonna equal to how many pounds? 12. Did you get the visual? Did everybody get the visual? So when I asked you what's the first thing you should have recognized, I expected everybody to say 12, because they told me 12 is my what? And I know totals go on the side of the equal side by itself, correct? I expected you to tell me that. And see, a lot of y'all get y'all equation wrong because you set it up wrong. Just however they give it to you, that's how you do it. They ain't said nothing up here with no keywords talking about subtracting. So you don't have subtracting in Jeremiah, I'm telling you. Y'all be failing these equations, y'all can't set them up. What else do I know about this box? It weighed 3 already, so I already know 3 plus something over here. Don't give me that 12, right? Because I'm already 3 pounds over here. What else do I know? Each pound is 3/4 pounds, and we said 3/4 of our number that was gonna be with what? Did they give us a variable?
No.
What is 3/4 supposed to represent? Pound of what? We'll go with C. So 3/4 C. So they tell me my box is 3 pounds. Each candle is 3/4 pounds. And in the end, I should get how many? 12 pounds. So now we gotta solve it because they wanna know how many wood going in. How many candles? So we gotta solve it for our variable. So let's see y'all know, we only got 2 steps. What do we say step 1 was? And subtract our constant. What do we say the constant was? What's the number by itself on the side of the variable? Is that 3 positive or negative? What's the inverse? So we're gonna -3 on both sides. Remember that line I told you to draw to make sure you get your both sides correct? Hope you put that line there. Cause a lot of us, we don't have it on both sides, but that line would definitely help you keep up. Why did I cross this out right here? What tell you a 0? Opposite. It's additive inverse. So that's why it's important for you to know what additive inverse looks like. So that when it happens in a problem, oh, that adds a 0. Get rid of it. So now what are we left with on the left? 3/4 C. Good job. Somebody started and then they got a list. On the other side, 12 minus 3. So now we got 3/4 C equal to 9. What's happening on my left side? What does 3/4 C mean? And they multiply. So if they multiply, what's the inverse? Somebody said subtract. No. Add and subtract. Pull that notes out. But your notes got them together. Add and subtract go together. And what else go together? So if I'm adding, I need to undo it by. If I'm subtracting, I undo it by. If I'm multiplying, I come out of it. Yes. Some of us ain't repeating it. It ain't gonna speak until you do it. Yeah. I ain't sitting up here acting crazy looking funny for no reason. That's because we need to learn it. Next, it brought us back to fractions. So now I got 9 divided by 3/4. Is that something I'm gonna try to do on the video? And I know I struggle with fractions. Now I'm gonna come on the side of my paper and I'm gonna remember my steps to fraction. How do we divide fractions? Keep chains, take their reciprocal. So I got 9/1. The division is changing to what? 3/4 changes to. Good job. 9 times 4. 3 times 1. Good job. 36 divided by 3. So how many candles are we putting in? 12. Any questions on it? Right equation. Pay attention to the key words. Only set up with what they give you. They didn't give it, don't put it in your equation. Solving. It's only 2 steps. Follow the steps. Add and subtract the constant, the number by itself, and then we got multiply and divide by the coefficient. Any questions? Any questions? Finish getting what you need. Have a peek at example number 2. After they finish getting what they need, then I'm gonna move and I'm gonna look at it. Because it's an example, that means I'm gonna go through it with you. Sit up, Denise. Can't learn math with your head down. Sliding your bubble speaks up the back way. We already did example number 1, so you can put that in your spot for number 1. So we got class work and our homework, so whatever number we stop on, you'll pick up the rest for your homework. Which also should be in your news, that she gave you. All right, somebody read.
The formula to convert the ratio is the degree Fahrenheit. Divide AC plus 32 equal to. Use this equation to find the Celsius equivalent.
Good job, thank you. We started stumbling and then we did, I don't understand. Two things that's important, the equation that they gave you, and then they told us 86 degrees Fahrenheit. So let's go ahead and fill in our equation. 9/5 C plus 32, and what's the Fahrenheit that they told me? Good job. And this is the equation, so I'm gonna go ahead and draw that line down my equal sign to make sure I get all my steps correct. What you calling for, baby? What you need? Huh? Y'all following and waste time, I also got 50 minutes. You can't learn math, you can do a whole lot of other stuff. All right, so what's our first step?
Add or subtract the constant.
What's our constant? Positive or negative? So what are we going to do? Good job. Make sure we do it on both sides. That's the point of you having your line there. So now we got 9/5 C is equal to what? Somebody check. 54, good job. What's our second step?
And multiply, divide the coefficient.
What are they doing? They multiply, so what's our inverse? So we're gonna be dividing by 9/5 on both sides. It's a fraction, so what might I want to do? Come on the side, Y'all love change up the decimal. Now you can change that to a decimal because we ain't in a 5. But it's them decimals that repeats that you have to be wary of. I like my fraction, so it don't bother me. So 54/1 multiplied by what? Good job, thank you. 54 times 5. Somebody check. 1 times 9. All right, that required a few checks. 270 divided by 9.
30.
That's 2 of them. So 86 degrees Fahrenheit would be 30 degrees Celsius. Any questions on it? Right, and solving equations, follow our 2 steps. Add and subtract that constant, multiply divided by the coefficient. Once you finish getting what you need, you have to look at problem number 3. Give you about a minute or 2. Stop playing with your shoes, like we're doing it in front. Come on, read to us.
Lowest limit of numbers, even in a small number, which is the way that it can be used by the goal because
You know what I noticed with multiple choice? That's why you notice half of the questions on there, it ain't a multiple choice, cause I hate multiple choice. Cause ain't nobody got nothing on your paper, everybody sat here a whole 1 to 2 minutes staring to see what your equation gonna work. Think they putting on there tomorrow, yeah. I'm the opposite. I'm gonna go ahead and do what they give me and then I'm gonna match it up to what my answer is. Start reading again. Stop right there. Sum of, we discussed that before. If I see sum of, what that means? It's add. Now I told us the of afterwards tells us to put it in what? I ain't say multiplication, it's sum of. We didn't go through that when you went through right expressions. Sum of, difference of, told us they got more parentheses. So a sum of a number 8, keep reading. Stop right there. They said this sum of, that's why we had to put in parentheses. I need to know all of that is gonna be multiplied by 3/4. Keep reading. It's equal to -12. I always write my equations as I go. I'm gonna go back, reread the question. I don't care if I gotta slow down and read it 10 times. I'm gonna keep reading until I get there. Then those equations match up to what we stated. Yeah. Which one? I don't never look at answer choice. I never know. This is a choose all problem. How do you think we can find an equivalent expression?
By solving.
I don't know about solving. That ain't how I'm solving though. Say it loud, like you act like you know what you're talking about. Say it loud. Go descriptive property. That ain't considered solving though, Aubrey. That's just called getting an equivalent expression. Solving is when I got a number for the variable and I'm trying to solve for that variable. We ain't solving it, we just gonna use that property. Now what does descriptive property tell us?
Multiply whatever outside of the parentheses. And we gotta multiply 3/4.
I hope I didn't tell you both numbers, because as you get into every one, you will find that the inside that parenthesis you can have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, how many numbers? So I need you to know whatever's on the outside multiplied by everything on the inside. If it's 2, then we're gonna multiply 2 times. What's in front of the X? I don't see no number. What I'm multiplying by?
1.
So if you need to be that person, I always put 1 in front of your empty variables. Put a 1 there so you can see it. I also like to do hops when I do my multiplying with descriptive property, just to make sure I multiply both things I have in it by that variable. So what's 3/4 times 1? Good job. And then we're gonna do 3/4 times 8. That's a fraction, so I may want to come on the side of my paper. 24/4. But you got time to be laughing at stuff and they feeling and you feeling something wrong.
24 divided by 4 is 3.
Questions on it?
No, ma'am.
Writing and solving equations. Pay attention to keywords. 2 steps. What's our first step? What's the constant?
The number.
Second step?
Multiply by the coefficient.
What's the coefficient?
The number inside the variable.
Have a look at number 4. Give you about a minute. I saw a read. Now they mentioned some. So like y'all been sitting here a whole minute and got nothing. Now they mentioned something that you should know about, which is what? A what? A what, baby? A what? Did anybody put one on your paper? So some of y'all done sat here a whole minute when I at least know what a rectangle look like. Keep reading.
With a width of 12.25.
Will, which one is that? Across, up and down? So I'm on my picture, I'm put 12.25. I can put it on the other side if I want to, because I know it should be the wood. Should be same. Put a star on that one. So that's the one you need to pick up with tonight for homework. What's that? 4, so that means you got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you got about 6 problems. Okay, we're gonna get the basket with that later. You already got 2, so they can put me in here. It'll be a total of 2. Thanks. I want if you come on board, yeah. Row 2, if you're not on my board. Row 3, if you're not on my board.